Also, family and friends, welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without favor, and without faint. Yeah, am I here again to share with us this very important thing. The weather feel nice this evening. It's been burning. I'm telling you, I begin to think, you see why when they accuse us that our ancestors were walking around naked and all that, it's common sense. When the weather is hot, tell me why you're putting on clothes. No, you are not born with any clothes. So when you hear white people or some misguided Africans telling you that the reason why they support white supremacy is because our ancestors were stupid, they were walking around naked or jumping on the trees like monkeys, they're talking about themselves, not about our ancestors. Our ancestors were smart. Today, in America, you see white people rushing to the beaches. You see them remove their clothes. The only thing they have on is bikini or short. See, but they will tell you your ancestors we have had all those propaganda, and our people foolishly in Christianity, in Islam, in Judaism bought it, and they swallow it, and they hate themselves, and they love those that are white. But at least I keep telling them, I used to wear like many clothes. Even this one, I want to take it off, but I'm at work. I can't do that. Okay? But people are complaining. See. So that when you talk of Africa, they say, it's too hot, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yet when you go to Africa, you see somebody that is educated, say the adult, put on tie, suit, under the heavy heat of the sun, sweating, always handkerchief everywhere. And they won't build air conditioner, even in their working places or offices. The one they have money to buy Tokumbo one, and they... This is hot weather that make people invented air conditioner. Black people invented it too. It's not white people. Okay. And now it's raining a little bit. Okay, but it rain stop. It's natural thing. So I'm in agreement with the rain. So I titled this, Is It True? And I say, verify everything, believe nothing. Is it true? That thing you heard. That thing they tell you, about your people, about God, about Israel, about Mecca, about whatever they taught you in school. Those things, the religious leaders, spiritual leaders are spinning out there. Are they true? That thing you heard about me, that thing you heard about that person, is it true? So I see that our parents, our ignorant parents, our religious parents, our spiritual parents, our educated parents raise us to believe without seeing, raise us to believe things, accept things without asking questions. Oh, no, the elders are always right. No, your parents know what is better for you. No, yeah, blah, 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 blah. So just accept whatever they say. They want you to marry that person. They want you to go to that school, They want you to do that business. You see, even some parents get upset because they wanted their son to become a lawyer, but the guy choose another thing. As I have been telling you, if not that they taught us away from our originality, you don't need anyone to tell you who you are or who you were before you were born. You will know. You know yourself. Because it's still your brain. Brain doesn't die. Your brain, it continues forever. Your brain, even your body, it doesn't die, like it doesn't end. That's what I mean. But they don't know. It transforms and come back better or become better. Don't believe anything. Dare to know it. Demand for tangible proof. Don't tell me, okay, who tell you that? No, the person that is talking to you, tell the person to prove that and to give you the proof. They say, no, it's a spirit, you cannot see it. Then shut up. I don't need anything spiritual. Anything that is of the spirit, keep it with that spirit. If you have any relationship with any spirit, go and have it. You see our people, they so much indoctrinated us that even in our jokes, although they mean it, but they act it as joke. I saw a skit, one of the Nollywood actress. She said, what do you mean women should not ask for money in relationship. Even in relationship we have with God, we still drop money. So women should be asking men for money before you have sex and all that. Remember one time I made a video, I said, what is different between a wife and a prostitute? Nothing. The difference is a wife is wholesale, prostitute. the prostitute is for everyone, it's retail. When you go to market, you have retail, you got wholesale. So wife is like you buy wife wholesale. Okay, that's your property. But prostitute is not your property. Anybody that comes, they agree, okay, boom, you have it and go. And sometimes prostitutes save life more than even wives. And no woman should be a wife. But the system have taught us or conditioned us to, women are dying to be wives, that's to be slaves. Okay, so don't believe without saying, because you are not a sheep. You are not brain dead. You are born with brain. Brain is not a gift. It's not something you have to, grow up to have, or if you pray, you will receive it. No. Brain is intact in you. You are born with it. So you are not a sheep unless you have chosen to be so. Like many of you, when they told you that Christianity, Islam, Judaism, or whatever spirituality you believe was forced on you, say, no, nobody forced it on me. I chose it. Yeah, let me the idea. Because you are stupid, yet you are complaining. And when we open our mouth to show you how stupid you are, you say we are insulting you, or we are against your belief, respect my belief. I don't have one. So the first thing I will talk on this is, are we defeated and surrendered? Is it true that we have been defeated and surrendered as a people? The answer is yes. And you have a lot of tangible proof around you. What is your name as an African? Tell me your name. Even the ones you say is African name because it's named in Africa. No, check the origin of it. You find out it's English name, but they say, okay, they translated it to African language. Like when you say, my name is Chizoba, it means, no, it doesn't mean God. It means nature. Nature is saving me. No nature is saving you. No God, no nature will save you. No God will save you. You are the one that will save yourself. Nature saves no one. Nature is existing. Just as you're part of that nature, you existing. Grow up to save yourself. If need be, grow up to help yourself. No nature will help you. No God will help you. You are the one that will rise up and help yourself. Yes, we are defeated. But the question is this. Why did we accept it? We accepted it because we are defeated, right? Then we accepted it, we surrendered. Now, why is that our surrender and being like permanent? I want you to know this. When you read like their holy book, or especially the Bible, where it tell you that, the Antichrist will, the Antichrist or the dragon will be arrested and put in a bottomless pit, and or it will be there for 1,000 years or something like that. I want you to know that these people, our invaders, our enslavers, they wanted their mission to last at least for 1,000 years. But it has lasted more than 1,000 years. And we are still suffering. You know why? Because our people have accepted the defeat and they surrendered. Instead of them, wise people don't surrender forever or completely. They may say, okay, let's go and strategize, let's go and plan and know how to beat these people. Because no people should keep beating you every time. Nobody should keep beating you. If somebody beats you, you go and you go back and find out what was your mistake. Then you come for a rematch or you come for another war. But it's only us, black people, Africans, we have accepted our defeat. We have accepted and surrendered. And because we surrendered to them, that's why they built all the institutions to keep us there permanently. But our slavery condition is not permanent. We have the power to wake up and begin to free ourselves from the bondage they put us in. How long are we going to be so? How long are we going to be defeated and surrendered? When are we going to rise up again and deliver ourselves as a people? You have to answer that question, you Africans. Start with yourself. How long? Huh? How long? We have to wake up, because we must, demand for, we have to do everything to wake up and free ourselves. Not letting people running us over and telling us bullshit, whatever they want us to believe, and we are believing it, we are accepting it as the truth when they are not. We have to demand for change. We have to stop depending on what our adversaries planned or what they designed. They say, this is how it's supposed to be. Then we accept it. Okay, that's the way. Okay, we don't know better. Sometimes I think they talk about we are having resources and all that in the land. And we are waiting for white people. White people are the companies that come and tell us this is what they found, or all that. I said, how about our people, those that say that ancestors telling them anything, or those ones that say they have power to incantation, know what? Why can't they know where the oil, gold, and diamonds are in Africa without white people coming? But look at all the resources we have. Are we not suffering? Are we not? But the resources we have enough to build our weapons, equip ourselves, and regain our position in the world, as we did. This thing depends on our awakening to ourselves, waking up to ourselves, waking up to our truth. We have to wake up to our truth. That's why, hear what they said. It did not say you shall know Jesus and Jesus will set you free. It did not say you shall know God and God will set you free. No, he said you shall know the truth. And the person that they said that in the Bible was Jesus, whom they claim is the truth. Now the truth is telling you you shall know the truth. It did not say you shall know me. If Jesus was the truth, he would have said, you shall know me. No, he said, you shall know the truth. What he asked people is to believe him. He said, believe that I'm in the Father and the Father is in me. But when it comes to knowledge, he said, you shall know the truth. And the truth you know. But there are different truths, not religious truth. But you need to know the factual truth. Truth that can be proven or is already proven. That's the truth you need to know. And that's the truth that will set you free. We were not born to be slaves of anyone. We are not born to be slaves of God. I told you, we are not born to serve. But because it sounds nice in your ears, serve, you're serving this. That's why you see the politicians who are robbing you and making life miserable, telling you they are serving you, they are civil servants. Oh, we're serving. You are not born to serve any God or any man. It's slaves that serve their slave masters. It's slaves that were born to serve. You are not born slaves. We are not slaves, Africans. We must end our slavery. Rise up, wake up, Africans. You were not born to be slave of anyone. Okay? How about white people claiming to be superior to black people? I've heard some black people say, yes, I think white people are smarter than us. No, they are not. They are smarter than you because you are still their slave. But the history, even the own history they write, that history, if you dig deep, you find out they copied the main thing they have and enjoying today from you. They are not smarter than you. If they are smarter than you, they wouldn't have invaded you. They wouldn't have come against you. Because, for example, if I'm richer than you, why should I bother about how much you have or coming to take what you have? No, it's because if you're richer than me, then I want to have that. Then I come to steal it. Then I turn around and say, no, I am richer than you. Why I came and stole from you? So, as Africans, are white people superior to black people? To you that is listening or hearing me, do you believe or do you think that white people are smarter than black people? The answer is no, they are not. But many of you believe that without verifying it. You say, oh no, they invented car, no, they did not invent anything. The only thing they invented is credit. Black people invented all things, then white people slammed credit on it, claiming credit on it. The slaves invent things to make work easier for them. The white people claim, oh no, I'm the one that did it. It's in America, you see some black people fought and won the case. Because the fact will be there. When you go to court and present the fact, they say, yeah, it's true. Remember when they tell us that Egyptians were white? We watch it in the movies and all that. Until we find out, oh no, Egyptians were not white, they were black. They say, okay, it's not black people, it's not people that built the pyramids, it's the aliens that built it. Because black people were smart, they were inventors, they were not worshippers, they were builders. It's there in their Bible, Genesis chapter 11, 1-9. Right there. They didn't consult any god, they didn't consult any foreigners to build cities for themselves, build them for themselves. That's black people. They were living natural life, using what is in nature to build themselves, living as natural people, not invading other people. But the wicked people that invaded us and stole things are claiming to be superior to us. No, we are superior to them. They were inferior. Until today, they know that. Even the weather, the hot weather shows, the sun shows that we are superior to them. We don't share any DNA with animals. They do. They share DNA with animals. That's why they behave like animals, invading and killing their fellow human beings because of the color of their skin. And because they know we are better than them. What we have naturally, they don't. Okay, at least the melanin, okay? They don't. So white people are not superior to us, okay? And also, another question is this. Is there any God that created this world? Is it true that a God created this world or gods created this world? No, it's not true. You yourself can verify that. Everything they tell you about God is hearsay. Because people made God. Human being created God. God did not create any human being. The fact is you were born. You were not created. You say God created you. Where do you get it? Hearsay. People made that up, wrote it down, and you believe it without verifying it. How can you verify there is God? You see that God personally. Yourself. You see God yourself, not you believe. I believe there is God. God do this, good. When you do something you don't understand, you say, that must be God. Oh, something moved. Hey, something moved. It shows there's a spirit that controls us. You know, there's no spirit controlling us. No spirit controlling us anywhere. It is us who are doing those things. Whether he says it's a spiritual thing, it's not spiritual. Anything a human being is involved in is natural. If it is spiritual, human beings will not be involved in it. That's why it is called miracle, because when it comes to miracle, it does not exist. No human being can do miracle. No God can do miracle. There's no such thing as miracle. In reality, it is people doing things, consciously doing things. They consciously invaded us, but we are waiting for spiritual forces to come and fight for us, to come and liberate us. It will never happen. Okay? So, is there any God that answers prayer? Does God answer prayer? The answer is no. Is it true that God answers prayer? No. God has not answered any prayer. I have been a Christian and I have been a minister of the gospel from when I was born till 2018. I have prayed all kinds of prayers. There's no prayer that God answered. But it's people, after praying, they go and walk and tell you, yeah, God has answered it. Yeah, I made it big by God's blessing. God bless me, that's why I'm rich. God bless me, that I am. No, God bless you. No, God bless you. No, God gave you anything. God did not answer your prayer anywhere. If God answers prayer, you won't be walking. If God answers prayer, you won't go to anyone for help. You won't need anything like every other human being. It's not any God that answers prayer. It is people walking. After they prayed, they go and walk. It's not any God. So stop believing the lies they created to keep you enslaved. You see some people dress well and as pastors, right? They keep telling you, God answered them. No, God answered them. When they're sick, they go to hospital. They need money. Some of them borrowed money from the bank. You heard about Pastor Tunde Bakari, right? When the bank was coming asking for their money, he borrowed millions to build church. The same thing, some churches you see today, they started with borrowing money from people. But after they say it is God. And you see religious people doing everything they do to prove their God answers prayer. When it does not, they are the one that go and work for it. Any testimony, any test shared with you, ask them to give you details. You will find out it's not any God. They are the one that did it. And most times they did very evil thing to achieve that. Did Jesus come, suffered, and died for you? The answer is no. It's not true. Jesus never existed. Jesus never come. Had it been Jesus actually came as written in the Bible, you're supposed to be seeing Jesus as you see me. Jesus is supposed to show. Jesus himself in the Bible said that where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, he will be there in the midst of them. Not in their heart, not in their head, not in the spirit, not in the book. He said he will be there in the midst of them. They want to eat, he will be there eating with them. He said, touch me, I am not spirit. I have flesh and bones like you. So if you cannot touch Jesus today physically, if you cannot see Jesus today physically, it's because Jesus never existed. And no one will suffer for you and no one will die for you. Stop believing the lie. It's not true that Jesus came. It's not true that Jesus suffered. It's not true that Jesus died for you. You will still die your death. My father just died May 2023, right? Jesus did not die for him. He died his own death. And he served Jesus all his life. Most his adult life till death, my father dedicated his life serving Jesus, believing in Jesus. He put Jesus over me. He put God over me. But none of them saved him from dying. It's not bad thing to die. Death is not a tragedy. But the way they taught us, including that my father taught me, oh, Jesus died for you, God died for you, then why are you dying? If Jesus already died, you are dead. No. He died to free me from sin, not to free you from poverty, not to pay your bills. But you say Jesus paid it all. Oh, they said the sin requirement that God needs. Jesus paid it all. God don't need your prosperity. God don't need your enjoyment, all right? It's only salvation. Trust Jesus and live. How about children are gift of God or gift of nature? It's not true. God don't give children. Nature don't give children. People have sex to born children. People can't create children. God can't create children. Children are not created. You were not created. You were carried and born. It's natural. And that doesn't make you better than anyone that is childless. Do you hear that? I said that yesterday. Let me repeat it again. Not every tree bears fruit. But there are trees, and like Oji tree, the Iroko tree, or I think Iroko tree or mahogany or what, another, but Iroko tree. Have you seen the fruit of Iroko tree? Even some trees that bear fruit, their fruit is useless. Like when we are going to school, Melila, there are 3 we call Melila. The seed falls, nobody will step on it, it's useless to us. We don't know what to do with it. So having children doesn't mean God blessing you or nature blessing you. No, it's natural thing. And you don't have to, it's not a must you have children. Don't born any child you cannot take care of. No matter your excuse. Oh no, the man left me. Of course, you know it can happen. So before you have children, know there are things that may happen, or can happen, or must happen. So you don't begin to blame any man or any woman. No, it's like when I hear some men today crying, oh, I suffered to train my children, I work and train my children, but my wife turned my children against me. You are stupid. You're supposed to know such thing happens, whether you like it or not. That's why they didn't want you to marry multiple wives. Because they tell you for better, for worse, stay there. So if this wife is maltreating you, you see the signs, you see, it's not, but you say, it's my wife now, the mother of my children. You keep bringing it. She's using it to train the children. And after, she turned them against you. Because they lied to you. Africans were having multiple women. Not because of sexual urge, no. It's for them to live longer too, to live better too. Because even when you have a family of a man having multiple women, the children there don't have a specific mother. They say, oh no, this only one is my mother. No, they call all their father's women mothers. You can't come to my mother because my mother is not your mother, but we are the same father. You call my mother another name. No, you call my mother your mother. And that's how family was they come and give you one man, one wife. So today, you see what one man, one wife is dealing with African men. You travel abroad and you send them money. They train those children. They're gone. I told you, it's only what you eat, the money you spend on yourself. That's the only thing you enjoy. The money you say you're saving for your children or your children's children or for your wife or someone else, it's a waste. You say, what do you mean? I'm telling you, they lie to you. They tell you, no, when you give it to somebody, you say, bless. It's not. Unless you are the one that spend that money, it's a waste. Whether you say, no, it's a gift, I give so that I will not like you. You are lying. Why people are not lacking? Not because they were givers. They were not lacking because they stole from you. You don't want to lack? Of course, you're going to start continue making things, or you steal things. That's how you stay without lacking those things. So understand that children are not gifts from God. So don't keep fucking around and burning children and claiming, oh no, God gave you the children. God will not train any children for you. Nature will not train any children for you. You have to take care of the children you have and stop giving birth to children for trouble, for doom. Go to prison. You see people locked up everywhere, and you still see people popping children. I'm not saying this because I'm woke. No, I'm saying even when I was a Christian, I was saying the same thing. Before I get married, I said that I have to make plan before you say you're having children. Are you going to be able to provide for those children? Both of you. I never accepted a man laboring to train the children and the wife. I never accepted that. Right from time, I say 2 adults coming together to have children. 2 of them must work or do whatever possible to take care of those children. But many of you that have lied to you in churches and religious organizations, you believe, okay, I just have it, God will do it. You follow their book because that is a slavery book. They make the man meaning slave master and the woman slave to him, husband, wife. The wife is his slave. So they use the wife to breed children. But I'm happy how things are changing. At least it's opening the eyes of especially men. Stop paying bride price. Stop going through all that to marry a woman. Because tomorrow they can use the law against you. There's nothing you will do. Some of you will have stroke and die. Some of you will have heart attack because of the pressure and all that. Free yourself. Live free. Stop burdening yourself with all that culture, tradition, nonsense, religious and spiritual bullshit people made up. Also, they tell you that God gives knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Everyone born in a spiritual religious family, you know your parents taught you this nonsense. If God gives knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, then what did you go to school for? Why are you going to hear or listen to any man of God or any minister? God should give you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding you need. But you go to school to acquire knowledge. You say you go to there for learning. They call it learning institution. But they wrote in their book that God will teach his children. So why can't God teach you? They say also even the Spirit of God will teach you all things. So why is it not so? But you keep believing the lie they're telling you. You keep believing it. And they're exploiting you, taking advantage of you. Yet you crying, I don't know what is going on. Oh, can you tell me what? That's why they take advantage of you, telling you bullshit that is not true. It's not. Also, they tell you that Africans practice slavery and what do you call it? Like African things are fetish things and all that. Is it true? No, it's not. But majority of our people believe that nonsense. And that's why we feel in all these foreign religions and all that, because what we have, they say now. They tell you your ancestors were practicing slavery and the killing of twins. You say it's true. It's not. Africans never did that. Never. We never did that. Because you tell me Africans were practicing slavery. Tell me where Africans enslaved white people. Tell me. Your ancestors, where did they have any record that they enslaved white people? No. What did they do to white people? They taught white people. Then white people turn around and enslaved them. The people, you believe your ancestors were killing twins. Because the people that were killing your ancestors told you so. How can you believe the people that were killing your ancestors are better than you now and than your ancestors simply because they tell you that your ancestors were killing twins? Killing twins for what? Like my tribe, what you call human being is Mando, the beauty of life. Ndubisi, life is spring. Then how can you accuse them of killing people, killing twins? But the people that told you this lie are people killing outdoors, they kill your ancestors, great men and great women. They were using babies as bait to alligators, throwing them as bait. Open pregnant woman belly, bring the baby, throw it to fish. It's even in their book. These people, they are the one that turn around and tell you Melisana or whatever. She's one that ended the killing of twins. No, check anywhere they tell you about the killing of twins. They are Christians in Africa. They were the one doing all that. Because I say, oh, that's witch. Oh, you give birth to a witch. They are witch. They kill them. Africans never call anybody, it's a witch, kill them. No, they tell you, suffer not a witch to live, yet you believe it were your ancestors who were killing the witches. No, it were the Europeans that were killing the witches, not your ancestors. We have open borders. They say, they suspect you of what they don't like. They send you in exile, get away from us. They never kill. We never kill human beings. We were killing animals, but not human. And we kill to feed, not for game. We kill them to eat because they also eat us. It's a natural thing to eat. We eat one another. Somebody said to one of our ancestors, he said, those people, they are killing and eating. I said, if it's their culture, what is wrong with that? They are eating human being. It's dissenting. Oh, when you are roasting that chicken, all of you, if they roast you also, it's dissenting. You breathing, they are breathing. You are living, they are living. Both of you are part of nature. But that's the way they lie to you that your ancestors were enslaving and killing twins. You accepted it simply because white people told you so. Because you are slave. People that kill your own ancestors, telling you that your ancestors were killing twins. You say, yeah, it's true. But ask them, who killed my ancestors? Is this your ancestors that killed? Oh, God sent us to kill your ancestors to save you. Stupid people. Can God or Jesus save, heal, or condemn or punish anyone? No. God cannot save you. God cannot kill you. God cannot condemn you. God cannot punish you. God cannot judge you. We do all that. No God does that. It's not true. Those of you that are going to church or belonging to Islam or Christianity because they tell you that Allah or Jehovah will punish you, God will do this, God cannot do anything. It's not true. Anything they are telling you in the name of God is a lie. If they tell you God can do anything, that they are telling you a lie. They cannot. Stop believing their lies and live your life. No God can punish you. God punish you. No. And you see our people having that nonsense. Somebody is mocking your people, insulting your people. Instead of you to also rise up, mock and insult that person, you say, God will punish you. God will do. No God is doing anything. I hear somebody, I heard that, I saw that video on WhatsApp about Asari Dokubo. He says he insulted Igbo people. He said we keep killing Igbo people. He brought out 2 guns. And so what? Don't you see Igbo people with the gun? What are the Igbo people doing about that? Nothing. Because when you study Igbo people we have this day, you know they are cowards. They only run their mouth. Where they show their power is to steal and rob or make mouth among themselves. Imagine, he's a Igbo man, no? He's our brother. But the time is coming when Imo State people, Ebonyi State people will say they are not Igbos. You guys you don't know how things are going until you wake up and begin to do the right thing. You know where they keep chasing us. We keep dividing ourselves. You don't know Yoruba and the Igbos, ourselves. We were one before, family. They came dividing us. We keep rejecting ourselves. From Benin Kingdom again, they came. Today we divided. No, you see Benin man saying, I'm not Igbo man. I'm not Igbo man. Ignorance. It will keep happening. It's not any God doing anything for anyone. God will not punish you. God will not fight your battle. You are the one that will rise up and do that. Wake up, my people. Is there end of life or end of the world? No, it's not true. The world is coming to an end. It's not true. The life we end is not true. Life is endless. I don't know if it's in their Bible, but I know it's in their hymns or in their confessions when they said, "World without end, amen." Because amen is our ancestors that invented that God in Egypt. Amen. Amen is not so be it. Amen is Egyptian God. It's a myth. So, world without end. People know that. Our ancestors know the world has no end. It can never end. Before you talk about the end of the world, tell us the beginning of the world. That's why they wrote the book and tell you, in the beginning, God created heaven and the earth. Give us the date God created heaven and earth. They won't give you. Because they're liars. They lied. The world cannot end. Life cannot end. Killing you does not mean they end you. No. Even those our ancestors that were practicing some belief system, they say that if you kill them, they will come back to kill you. And that's why they weren't killing anybody or committing certain things, because they said if they stole from you, even if you don't steal, nobody steal from them in this life, in their next life, yes, they'll be stolen from. You do something to them, they say, well, you have done this thing, I leave you and the nature, we will deal with you. You die, you come back, you continue where you stop. Those things you do to others will also be done to you. And this will make you don't fear life, don't fear death, and don't fear the consequences of anything. If you did something, stand. The reason why I can stand boldly today and say that no God or Jesus helped me in life, because whatever crime I committed growing up, remember, according to what they taught me, right? But all the crime I committed, I paid for it. I was arrested and locked up. And nobody arrested me, like when I sold my uncle's generator. When I say I'm a born again now, I went and confessed to him. I say, yeah, you were looking for that generator. Although they say I'm the one that carried it, but I never said I'm the one. But I came and say, yeah, I carried it, and I went and made one medicine in Akokwa from the native doctor that bought the generator. He gave me something to bury, that if I put it, nobody will remember about the generator or accuse me of that. But they were already accusing me of that. It did not work. But I still go, because as a born again, they say, oh, is this Zacchaeus, right? Zacchaeus, yeah, the tax collector. When he repented, he said he went and that's why the palace preach and practice restitution. So, but did I buy another generator when I only confess I'm a man of God now? My uncle, he's my uncle, so he's okay. He accepted me, and we are cool until his death. Life is not ending. World is not ending. You are living your life. There's no experience in this world you will not experience. Even the one you say is gruesome, ugly, you will still experience it. You say, no, nobody will kill you, you will still be killed. It's part of our experience. But they have miseducated us and brainwashed us, and you see us living like animals. We don't supposed to. How about spirituality and Christianity? You hear Christians saying Christianity is not a religion, and you hear spiritual people claiming that spirituality is not religion. Is it true? No. Christianity is religion. Spirituality is religion. Spirituality is African religion, belief system, period. No, you can say, oh no, it's nature. No. No matter how you try to define it, it is what? A belief system. It is a religion. So don't be a sheep. Be human. And when I mean be human, I mean engage your brain. Think. Think for yourself. I'm not asking you to think like me. I'm not asking you to be like me. I'm asking you to be yourself. Think for yourself. Engage your brain and let no one intimidate you anymore. Let no one enslave you. Death is better than slavery. Instead of you accepting slavery and continue burning children in slavery, it's better you die. So when you come back, you live better. And you'll be born in a better family. As I said, I will never be born in any spiritual or religious family again. All my life, I'll be born in woke family, where the knowledge of factual truth is supreme. Gordon.